Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember where we are and what we're doing now?
Well, obviously we're still in Isaiah because this is a ridiculously long book.
It is.
But they're short chapters usually.
They are.
And we just got done talking about how God is going to kill lots of people in Egypt, Ethiopia, Assyria, maybe Israel,
Judah.
Judah, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's lots of people that are gonna die.
And they're all tools.
I mean, yeah.
And they're all being used as tools.
Well, at least the ones that aren't Israelites.
Right.
So maybe some of them are being used. I mean, I guess Isaiah is technically being used as a tool.
Yeah.
So
a tool to bring others to God or whatever.
A naked tool.
A naked tool. But was he naked or wasn't he?
Well, if you listen to the Q&A that we just did, then that's debatable.
Mm-hmm.
So
he may or may not have had undies on.
That's right. That's right.
Hey.
So I think the last regular episode that we left off on was Isaiah chapter 20.
Yes, it was.
Which means that today we're going to be reading
Isaiah chapter 21.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, so here we are in Isaiah chapter 21.
Okay.
And I'm about to start reading it, but I do want to tell you that this chapter has a bunch of small sections in it.
Okay.
They're all like little, an oracle about this, a prophecy about that.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. A prophecy against the desert by the sea.
The desert by the sea.
That one desert.
That one desert
by that
the
one
sea.
sea.
Got it. Okay. Yep.
Like whirlwinds sweeping through the southland, an invader comes from the desert, from a land of terror. A dire vision has been shown to me being Isaiah.
Yeah.
The traitor betrays, the looter takes loot. Elam, attack! Medea, lay siege! I will bring to an end all the groaning she caused. At this my body is racked with pain. Pangs seize me like those of a woman in labor. I am staggered by what I hear. I am bewildered by what I see. My heart falters. Fear makes me tremble. The twilight I longed for has become a horror to me. This sounds like a ghost story.
Right, right. I was thinking, like with the desert and everything and the prophecies and all this, like one of my favorite book series is Dune. Mm-hmm. And some of this sounds like it comes straight from fucking Dune.
That's because some of Dune comes straight from the fucking Bible. Dum-dum.
I'm just saying.
Right. They set the tables. They spread the rugs. They eat. They drink. Get up, you officers. Oil the shields. This is what the Lord says to me. Go, post a lookout, and have him report what he sees. When he sees chariots with teams of horses, riders on donkeys, or riders on camels, let him be alert, fully alert. What about riders on the wind? Riders on the wind.
Is that, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Okay. And the lookout shouted, Day after day, my lord, I stand on the watchtower. Every night I stay at my post. Look, here comes a man in a chariot with a team of horses.
Oh.
And he gives back the answer. Babylon has fallen, has fallen. All the images of its gods lie shattered on the ground.
He sees all that from the outpost on the tower thing?
No, really one guy... The one guy is leading a team of horses and he just came from there and he's shouting to the lookout.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah. He's shouting from where he just came from. He's like, dude, Babylon just fell. What?
Got it.
My people who are crushed on the threshing floor, I tell you what I have heard from the Lord Almighty, from the God of Israel.
A lot of things happen on the threshing floor.
They do.
You notice that? Like, that's a very popular place in the Bible.
That's a great place to meet up.
Yeah.
We should name, if we ever have a store, we should name it the Threshing Floor.
There's probably a church somewhere called the Threshing Floor.
I bet you're right.
It would be a great name, I think.
That's what I just said.
Oh, is it? I'm dumb.
Yeah, I said if we ever had a bookstore, we should call
Oh
it
yeah,
the
but a
threshing floor.
bookstore. Yeah, but I'm saying for a church though would be a great name.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to look into all the imagery of what it,
Yeah.
because it's not great here.
No,
so.
no. But they do meet up there a lot.
Yes, they do.
Right.
I know Ruth was in a threshing floor at one point.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we are reading the next bit,
okay.
which is a prophecy against Duma.
Duma. Got it. Yes.
Someone calls to me from the seer, Watchman, what is left of the night? Watchman, what is left of the night? You repeat your sentence when you're going for word count.
Ah, okay.
The watchman replies, morning is coming, but also the night. If you would ask, then ask, and come back yet again. Okay, I don't.
It's such a profound statement. Morning is coming, and also the night. Yeah, that's what happens in a linear time frame.
As it does.
Yeah.
I think I might definitely need a recap of all these chapters again.
Yeah,
if they're going to keep going like this.
This is very odd.
Right.
It's compared to what we've been reading.
Yeah.
These are almost like little mini stories or something.
Speaking of little mini stories, here's the next one.
Okay, yeah.
A prophecy against Arabia.
Okay.
You caravans of Dedanites who camp in the thickets of Arabia, bring water for the thirsty. You who live in Tema, bring food for the fugitives. They flee from the sword, from the drawn sword, from the bent bow, and from the heat of battle. This is what the Lord says to me. Within 1 year, as a servant bound by contract would count it, all the splendor of Kedar will come to an end. The survivors of the archers, the warriors of Kedar, will be few. The Lord, the God of Israel, has spoken. The end.
Okay, so
a bunch of prophecies.
A bunch of people are dying, and apparently God's causing it, maybe.
A bunch of prophecies about a bunch of little places that are getting attacked.
Yeah.
And they're all running around to each other saying, I got attacked. My place was attacked. What about your place? Yeah, my place was attacked too.
See how true this is? It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because we said
it happened. They came running on chariots.
Yeah.
And then they said that the night and the morning were coming. So it's true.
That happens.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's it?
That's it. I said the end.
Oh, well, shit.
The Lord, the God of Israel, has spoken. The end.
I didn't have, so normally, I have a lot of things to say while we're listening to it, or while I'm listening to you read it.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't really a lot to comment on this time because it was just a bunch of small little stories about stuff that doesn't really...
vignettes.
I don't know what they're referring to.
Well,
at least not yet, not till we dig into this one.
They're all separate little places that are being attacked.
Right.
And so they're all men running from one town to another saying, my town's under attack. And them going, us too. And then running somewhere else and going, what about your town? Is your town under attack too?
But is this supposed to be current time, or is this prophecies that
I think
Isaiah is still prophesying?
They're prophecies, but I think they're near prophecies.
Well, I mean, we've discussed that before. It seems like a lot of these are going to be soon to happen.
That's what a near,
right.
Near prophecy is.
I know. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
But yeah, I'd want to know more about if and when these came true or whatever. Now, even so, I read some studying about last week's stuff where people were and this did happen, and it's well, but the prophecies are so vague that they could be interpreted to mean anything. And also, were they written before or after this happened?
Right.
I mean, I don't know these things for sure. Right? That would be something I would be interested in knowing too.
When they were written.
What do biblical scholars say about when these things were written? Were they written after the fact, or were they actually written before?
Right.
And if they were written before, I mean, people still buy books by Nostradamus because he supposedly prophesizes things that are still happening,
right.
Which is bullshit. They're just vague story. It's like doing a fucking, what do you call those things? The horoscopes.
Mm-hmm.
You just say some words that sound like they could be true, and then people are like, yeah, that's totally what happened.
I mean, she said I was going to have a bad week, and I did.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of questionable at best, I think.
Definitely. So that was Isaiah chapter 21.
Sure as fuck was.
And we will be back tomorrow with
Isaiah chapter 22.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Yep. Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.